Hare Krishna. My Dandavat pranams to everybody. Haribol, Haribol. Today is Tuesday, 6th of August, 2024. And we're sitting in Radhakund, and we'll read from chapter 36 today, Jaiva Dharma. So we'll have a kirtan, and then we'll begin. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Aradhikaya Priyatmane Shri Shri Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dishatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Shri Bhakti Pradyana Isha Vignamine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai. Oh Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari. Oh Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Oh Radhe, 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 Jai Shri Shri Guru Garanga Ganhavika Tirithari Radha Govinda Ju Ki Jai Varisha Bhalanandini Vajeshwari Radharani Ki Jai Nityananda Rai Ki Jai Sachinandana Gaur Hari Ki Jai Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astautar Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astautar Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astautar Shishimad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Jagat Guru Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astautar Shishimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Paramahamsa Mahabhagavat Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Saptam Goswami Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai Jai Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Srila Baladevi Dibhushan Gaudi Vedantacharya Ki Jai Jai Rasik Siromani Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai Jai Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Treya Ki Jai Jai Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Shri Bhata Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Paradasa Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhu's Ki Jai Arupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Jai Swarab Damodar Rai Ramananda Gauda Parsada Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sigahol Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Shri Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Antadvip Mayapur Simantadvip Godrandvip Madhyadvip Koladvip Ritadvip Janadvip Modandvip Rudradvip Atmaka Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Govardhan Dwarasa Varmatmika Shri Brajamandal Ki Jai Shri Radha Kun Shama Kun Ganga Jamuna Devi Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shrimati Brinda Devi Maharani Ki Jai Shrimati Yogamaya Purnamasi Devi Maharani Ki Jai Shri Gopishwa Mahadev Ki Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Ki Jai Ketra Mandal Ki Jai Sarva Vigna Vinasakari Shina Shingadev Bhagavan Ki Jai Bhakta Prabha Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Charidham Ki Jai, Chari Sampradaya Ki Jai, Charya Charya Ki Jai, Akara Mataraj Shri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai, Shri Keshav Ji Gaudiya Mat Ki Jai, Shri Grantaraj Shrimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Gauta Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Om Aginati Mirandasya Gyanam Jala Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jina Tasmaya Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Shtapitam Jina Bhutale Swayam Rupakatamayam Tadati Shwapadantikam Priya Swarupe Daita Sarupe Prema Sarupe Sahajagurupe Nijana Rupe Prabhueka Rupe Tatana Rupe Swavila Sarupe Anapita Chirim Chirat Karunavaratino Kalo Samarupaitam Unnata Ujvala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundarati Katamba Sadipita Sadahridare Kandare Spudatu Vasachinandanaha Yam Pravajantamana Petyam Apeti Krityam Dvaipaino Viraha Katara Ajuhava Putre Titam Mayatayo Tarabo Vinidustam Sarabhutam Hridim Munimanatoshmi Bhaktya Vihina Aparara Lakshay Shiptascha Karma Ditaram Gamadye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapana Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Bhajami Radham Aravinda Netram Smarami Radham Madhurashmitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Bharadram Tatra Mamanasti Katina Kapi Tavai Basmi Najivami Tvaivina Iti Vignaya Radhe Tvam Naimam Charantikam. I'm first of all offering millions and millions of Dandava pranams to the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta on Astokta Sadashishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And I'm offering the same again, millions of times, unto our beloved Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Padashtaya Bhutale, Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And again to our dearmost Namo Bhakti Vinodaya, Satchidanandanamane Gaura Shakti Swarupaya, Rupa Nuga Varayate, and to our illustrious Rupa Nuga Guru Varga, and all the Vaishnavis, devotees of the Lord, my Dandava pranams to all of you. Vanchakalpa Turubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubevacha, Patitanam Bhavnivyo Vaishnave Namo. So coming to our Shruti, and we're into the third set of four on page 8. The second one, yes. So we're on page 830. Jade Dvaita Gyanahaya Chita Upadaya Krishna Bhakti Chirahina Upaya Upaya. Such knowledge, which is solely related to the duality of this dull material world, is fit to be rejected, whereas transcendental knowledge of the divine duality within the spiritual world, Chit Jagat, should be accepted forever within one's heart, both as the upaya, means of attainment, and the upayi, goal worthy of attainment. Jiva Kabu Jadanai, Hari Kabunai, Hari Saha Jiva Chintya Beta Beta Mai. The Jiva is not a product of dull matter, nor is he Keval Advaita, absolutely one in all ways with Sri Hari. The Jiva is inconceivably different and non-different from Hari. Deha Kabu Jivanai, Tara Bhaktanai, Dasya Bhava Jiva Krishna Prabhu Bhaktahai. The material body should never be considered to be the Jiva, and this earth is not for the Jiva to exploit and enjoy, try to enjoy. The Jiva's Swarup is Krishna Das, and thus he is meant for Krishna's enjoyment, whereas Sri Krishna's Swarup is Prabhu, Master, and Bhakta, enjoyer. Jaiva Dharma Nahiyache Deha Dharma Kata Nahiyache Jiva Gyan Mayavada Prata. This book, entitled Jaiva Dharma, neither discusses matters related to the dead material body, nor does it propound the Mayavad doctrine of the Jiva's oneness with Brahman. Jiva Nitya Dharma Bhakti Trahe Jaganai Shura Jiva Prema devoid of material dharma, no material motivation. The jiva purified by seva attains the fruit of that seva in the form of prema. Prema is the subject matter of our chapters at the moment, this Bhakti Tattva. Actually, all the chapters, of course, are leading, escalating to this consideration of what is prema. So yesterday we discussed about abhiyog, abhiman, etc. And at the end of that list of those seven types of what is giving rise to rati is abhiyog, vishaya, sambandha, abhiman, tadya, vishesh, upama, and swabhav. So when we read this part about swabhav, I just want to read it again, because we can read it many times and get more and more out of it. So I want to read it again because it's very fascinating. On page 733, so I'm just dropping back just to recap over this page from yesterday. So Vijay is asking, what is swabhav? Goswami says, swabhav is the nature that is self-manifest and does not depend on any other cause. There are two kinds of swabhav, nishag and swarup. So Vijay, what is nishag? This is very interesting from the sadhak's point of view. Goswami, nishag is the desire or sanskar arising from firmly established habits or practices. Hearing about Krishna's guna, rup, and so on is only a partial cause of the awakening of rati. So in other words, the practice has become almost more important than the conclusion of the practice. The sadhya is Krishna. Krishna is the Vishaya. But if one is performing his sadhana bhakti for many, many years and he becomes habituated to his practice, he can be thinking more about his practice and his sadhana than he's thinking about Krishna and service. There's a difference. Yes? Difference? You understand? Difference. If we're practicing, but we're not waking up to the Vishaya, to what is the purpose of the practice. We're performing it like habit, but the heart connection is not there. Hearing about Krishna's guna and rupa and so on is only a partial cause of the awakening of rati. Nishag consists of the impressions caused by steadfast rati abhas. So that performance of the sadhana is rati abhas if it's not clearly focused on bringing Krishna pleasure. If it's about myself, if it's about me and my sadhana, is me and my sadhana more important than Krishna's pleasure? So that has to be considered, that thought. Nishag consists of the impressions caused by steadfast rati abhas developed in many lifetimes of the jiva. It is awakened suddenly and unexpectedly when one hears the descriptions of Krishna's guna, rup, and so on. This means that hearing about Krishna's qualities and beauty is not the only cause of rati. So this is actually explained in the Ujjvala Nilamani, and I'll just read here because it's a little bit different from how Bhaktivinoda Thakur was presenting it. So there's on page 151, if you have this little book, there's a description of nishag. When by briefly hearing about Krishna's transcendental attributes and handsome form, one's eternal love for him is aroused, this is called nishag. Because we had this word nishag in the beginning, in the second chapter, first chapter. This acquired nature, that was what it was describing. So this acquired nature can take over the essence of the swabhav. The swabhav is the real nature, but the acquired nature can become more prominent. And in this case, we can consider that the acquired nature can be just performing our sadhana, etc., without the actual swabhav arising, without the mood, the rati, arising for attraction to Krishna. So, because now, Vijay, please explain Swarup. So this is the second part of Swabhav. Goswami, Swarup is the bhav that has no birth and no origin. This is the original Swabhav, and which manifests its own perfection independently. There are three types of Swarup: Krishna Nishta, Lalana Nishta, and Ubhaya Nishta. Those who have a demonic nature cannot attain Krishna Nishta Swarup, but it is easily attainable for those who have a godly nature. And again, this is beautifully described here. These three types of Swarup are described. And Krishna Nishta is easily attainable for those who are free from all demonic qualities. Means all anarthas are purified. Seeing Krishna disguised as a woman in one of his pastimes, a demigoddess who happened to fly nearby in her flower airplane said to her friend, "This is not a gopi who makes the hearts of all of us demigoddesses tremble with ecstatic love, but it is Krishna, playfully disguised as a woman. Who else but Krishna or the sun planet could remove the darkness from everyone this way?" So, and there's a description here of Lalana Nishta. So I'll read here first. Lalana Nishta Swarup is self-manifest rati that is expressed as an involuntary impulse towards Sri Krishna, even when one has not seen him or heard about his beauty and qualities. It's just a natural attraction to Krishna. And it's saying here, in Lalana Nishta Swarupam, the devotee loves Krishna even without seeing or hearing him. And there's an example of a gopi says, in Braj, there is a person who wears yellow garments and has a complexion the color of a dark rain cloud. Very expert at hiding, he remains always unseen and unheard in all the three worlds. My mind is now breaking apart with the desire to attain him. So even we can't see him, we can't hear him, but still the attraction is there. That's Lalana Nishtam. And then the third one, which is Ubhaya Nishta Swarup, the Swabhav which is both Krishna Nishta and Lalana Nishta are manifest is called Ubhaya Nishta. And there's an example here too. Ubhaya Nishtam Swarup, ecstatic love, is directed to both Krishna and the beautiful eyebrow gopis. So it's both. The Ubhaya Nishta is like the Krishna Nishta and the Lalana Nishta together. It's like the both. And there's an example given here that seeing Krishna disguised as a Brahmin priest at the Surya Puja ceremony, Radharani said to Lalita, "My friend, this person must be Hari, disguised as a Brahmin, for otherwise how would it be possible for this person to make my heart melt with ecstatic love? Just as only moonlight and nothing else makes the Chandrakanta jewels melt, in the same way only Krishna makes my heart melt with ecstatic love." So this is an example of both. This is an example of not being 100% sure that this is Krishna, because he's disguised as a Brahmin priest, but at the same time having that feeling towards Krishna. So it's both. So this is Ubhaya Nishta Swarup. So Vijay, that means there are 7 causes altogether. Abhiyog, Vishaya, Sambandha, Abhiman, Tadya Vivesh, Upamam, Svabhav. Do all types of Madhurya Rati arise from these 7 causes? Goswami, the Krishna Rati of the gopis of Gokul occurs naturally and of its own accord. It is self-manifest. It is not aroused by abhiyog and so on. However, these causes also play a role in many pastimes. The Rati of the sadhana siddhas and nishag siddhas is awakened by these 7 causes, beginning with abhiyog. So principally the gopis there, swabhav will be awakened naturally. It's saying the Krishna Rati of the gopis of Gokul occurs naturally, of its own accord, spontaneously. Whereas the sadhana siddhas and nishag siddhas, because the nishag siddhas, they are still operating or living in that acquired nature's place. It hasn't actually gone beyond that into their swabhav. Vijay, I have not been able to comprehend this subject thoroughly. Please give 1 or 2 examples to help me to understand. So we read this yesterday, but it's very helpful to read it again. We can hear it many times because it's very dense. Goswami, the Rati that I am talking about arises only from Raganuga Bhakti. This type of Rati is very far away as long as Vaidhi Bhakti does not become Bhavamayi. As long as the Bhav hasn't risen in Vaidhi Bhakti, then this Swabhav will not manifest. A sadhak who develops a greed for those moves on seeing the Braj Gopis, ecstatic emotional performance of Krishna's seva, gradually attains Rati, arising from the 6 causes other than Swabhav, and especially from Priyajan. When he becomes sadhana siddha, he experiences a spurti, a momentary internal manifestation of Lalana-nishta Swarup. So this Lalana-nishta Swarup is, we've just described, is the self-manifest Rati that is just naturally coming towards Krishna. Vijay, so we also read this yesterday, but we can read it again. Vijay, how many kinds of Rati are there? Goswami, there are 3 kinds of Rati: Sadharani, general; Samanjasa, proper; and Samartha, competent. The Rati of Kubja is an example of Sadharani Rati. It has been condemned because its fundamental basis is the desire to enjoy union. So that's not a principal type of Rati, but still Rupa Goswami mentions it. The Rati of the Mahishis of Dwarka is called Samanjasa, proper, because it satisfies worldly standards of righteous conduct, and it is awakened by the regulative principles of marriage. I am his wife, he is my husband. This Rati is limited by such sentiments. It's not liberated like Parakiya. I'm not elaborating because we spoke yesterday. The Rati of the residents of Gokul is Samartha, because such Rati magnificently goes beyond even the boundaries of social restrictions and religious principles. This is to be meditated on, this Samartha Rati. Samartha Rati is the Rati of the gopis of Vrindavan. That is the strongest because it's completely spontaneous and selfless, and it controls Krishna. It has the capacity to control Krishna. Just like even Mother Yashoda, her love will control Krishna. All the Brijvasis control Krishna by their love. Samartha Rati is not actually improper, even though it's Parakiya. Indeed, from the perspective of the ultimate transcendental objective, Param param, paramata. Only samartha rati is correct in the highest sense. Sadharani rati is like a jewel. Samanjasa rati is supremely rare, like Vijay's eyes filled with tears, and weeping continuously, he said, "Fortunate to hear such unprecedented and exalted subject. Such an unprecedented and exalted subject. Prabhu, by your causeless mercy, please describe the characteristics of Sadharani Rati." So this is where we reached yesterday. Goswami, Sadharani Rati appears from the desire for sambhog. Yes, they want union in Sadharani Rati. It is stimulated by utter infatuation when one sees Krishna face to face. But it is not so deep, and neither is it thick nor permanent. When the desire for sambhog subsides, this rati also subsides. That is why it has been characterized as inferior. So that is Sadharani, that is the Kupja. And Vijay, what is the nature of Samanjasa Rati? Goswami, Samanjasa Rati is the full and concentrated rati that is aroused by hearing about Krishna's beauty and qualities, and which arises from the conception, I am his wife, and he is my husband. Sometimes the desire for sambhog also occurs in this rati. It is not possible to control Krishna by expressing one's mood, or by the hava, bhava, hela, and so on, arising from the desire for sambhog. So we understand that the queens, the Mahishis of Dwarka, they have 10 sons, 1 daughter, and then Krishna. So Krishna actually gets 1/12 of their love. It's not fully like the gopis, only have that one ekantika, 1 love for Krishna. Whereas the Mahishis, there's less. Vijay, what is the nature of Samartha Rati? Goswami, the desire for sambhog with Krishna is present in every type of rati. In Sadharani and Samanjasa Rati, the desire for sambhog is for one's own personal satisfaction. So this is the huge distinction in Braj. Samartha is the special bhav that is completely selfless and free from self-interested desire for union, and which attains the state of tadatmya, or oneness with the desire for union. So this is so extremely elevated, without any selfish motivation. And this is what will control Krishna, this totally selfless mood, this rati. Vijay, what is the nature of that special bhav? Kindly clarify this point a little more. Goswami, there are 2 types of desire for sambhog. The first is the desire for sambhog, in which one desires that one's own senses are satisfied by the beloved for one's own happiness. The second is the desire for sambhog that consists entirely of the conception that one should satisfy the senses of the beloved for his happiness. The first type of desire can be called calm, because the desire for one's own happiness is inherent in it. The second type of desire has been called prem, because it consists exclusively of the desire for the happiness of one's beloved. The first type of desire, calm, is powerful, and it is prominent in Sadharani Rati, but it is not prominent in Samanjasa Rati. But it does not predominate, in Samanjasa Rati. The latter characteristic, namely prem, or the exclusive desire for the happiness of one's beloved, is the inherent distinctive function, Vishesh Dharma, and the desire for sambhog in Samartha Rati. I'll just read that sentence again. It's very thick. The latter characteristic, namely prem, or the exclusive desire for the happiness of one's beloved, is the inherent, distinctive function, vishesh dharma, of the desire of sambhog in samartha rati. Vijay. One must feel happiness from the touch of one's beloved in sambhog. Is there no desire for this happiness in samartha rati? Good question. Goswami. It is certainly extremely difficult to be completely free from such a desire. Nevertheless, although such a desire is present in the heart of one who has samartha rati, it is extremely faint. This samartha rati becomes powerful with the support of vishesh dharma, specific characteristic. When it embraces and becomes one with the desire for sambhog, this type of rati is celebrated by the name samartha, capable, because it is endowed with great capability to control Krishna. So, of course, the happiness is there within the gopis. Extreme anand is there, otherwise why would Krishna be attracted to them? But that source of their happiness is focused on Krishna's happiness. Their happiness is Krishna's happiness. And Krishna is in that blissful anand state, and then the gopis also become in that same state. And then Krishna's happiness will increase when he sees the gopis. And the gopis' happiness will increase when they see Krishna's happiness. So it's like that competitive mood. Vijay, what is the special glory of samartha rati? Goswami, as soon as this samartha rati appears, one becomes oblivious to all types of obstacles, such as family, religious principles, patience, and shyness. This is so whether it was aroused by sambandha, tadiya, svabhavika swarup, or any of the other causes beginning with abhiyog that I mentioned previously. This rati is extremely deep. Vijay, how does the desire for sambhog attain oneness when it mixes with shuddha rati? Swami, the samartha rati of the Braj Gopis is only for the sake of Krishna's happiness, and whatever happiness they experience in their sambhog is also to please Krishna. That's the secret. Their happiness also pleases Krishna. Therefore, the desire for sambhog combines with rati, which is exclusively the desire for Krishna's happiness, and assumes the most astounding splendor with waves of vilas, pastimes. This rati does not allow the desire for sambhog to exist separately from itself. Sometimes this rati can terminate itself in samanjasa. So that Samanjasara is the queens of Dwarka, and the rati can terminate, stop in this rati, but it can't stop in samartha rati. Vijay, aho, how extraordinary this rati is. I want to hear about its ultimate glory. Goswami, when this rati is mature, it attains the condition of Mahabhav. All liberated personalities are searching for this rati, and the 5 kinds of bhaktas attain it to the degree that they are capable of doing so. So those 5 types of bhaktas are described in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, from initially from Prahlad, Ambarish, Hanuman, the Pandavas, and then Uddhava. They are all searching for this. But actually these are the 5 types of bhaktas outside of Braj. then within Braj, you have the five moods, the five rasas, the principal bhavmai rasas within Braj. Vijay, Prabhu, I wish to know about the sequence in which rati evolves. Goswami, Syadrite yam rati prem prodyan sneha kramad ayam. Syan mana pranayo rago nurago bhav iti api. Ujvalat ilamani staiba prakaran 53. The meaning is that this Madhurya Rati is made unshakable by the presence of antagonistic elements. Then it is called prem. There's another beautiful verse by Rupa Goswami, and he describes that Svarta Sarvasyaka. No, just a second. Sarvatya Yadyapi Samsakarane Yadbhava Sarvasyaka. No. Sarvatot Vamsaratim. Yes. Sarvata Vamsarahitam Yadyapi Vamsakarine Yadbhava Bandhanam Yuno Sa Prem Parikirtiti. This is saying, when the affectionate bond between a young man and a young woman can never be destroyed, even when there is every cause for the destruction of that relationship, the attachment between them is said to be pure love. So again, this is Rupa Goswami is writing this in the Ujjwala Lamani. And we see when Krishna goes to Mathura, marries 16,000 queens, and does Radharani's love diminish? Even he has so many children, grandchildren, but Radharani's love never flinches for one moment. Even Chandravali, her love for Krishna, when she knows that Krishna is more attracted to Radharani, her love doesn't diminish at all. Antagonistic elements in presence of it. It's unshakable. Then it is called prem. Nothing can break it. This prem gradually manifests its own sweetness as it develops into sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, and bhav. Vijay, Prabhu, please give an example to help me understand. Goswami, just as the seed of sugarcane grows and progressively develops into cane juice, gur, khanda, shakara, sita, and sitapal, similarly, rati, prem, sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag. So we come from bhav in this world to prem, and then on the other side of prem, in the transcendental world, then it's sneha, man, pranaya, rag, like that. It's on the other side. The rati and prem are on this side, so to speak. And bhav are all one substance in progressive stages of development. In this context, the word bhav refers to mahabhav. That's the final. When we have sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav, that bhav is mahabhav. It's very wonderful for us at Bhajan to hear these things, just to hear these things, because this is the prayojan. These are the definitions of what is bhakti ras, and just by hearing of them, everything shifts into another dimension when we're performing our regular sadhana, because now we're hearing about these topics very clearly. Vijay, why have you referred to all these bhavs as prem when they all have different names? Goswami, Pandits have used the word prem to denote all the stages, beginning with sneha, because they are all 6 progressive stages in the development of the unmitigated pleasure sports, vilas, of prem itself. So they're all stages. It's like sometimes Radharani and Krishna, they will be in the stage of pranaya. This pranaya is described when If you're in the bathroom alone and you're looking in the mirror, there's no difference between you and your reflection. And similarly, when Radha and Krishna are together, there's no difference between them. They feel completely unified. And then the stage of man, it's there to bring the prem to a higher stage. When the stage of man has been pacified, then there's even greater intent. Man is considered a separation mood. There are 4 types of separation. What is that? First is in Venugit, the first type of separation is, what's that? Quickly, it's on the tip of my cat. I can't remember it. Purvarag, and then is Man, then Prem Vaitya, then is Purvas. These are 4 stages of separation. So Man is considered a stage of separation. Man is considered a stage of separation. There's 4 stages, and then there's 4 stages of Sambhog, paralleling those 4 stages. We've already been through this. So that Purvarag is first. Yes, let me answer this again. Goswami, Pandits have used the word prem to denote all the stages beginning with sneha, because they are 6 progressive stages in the development of the unmitigated pleasure sports vilas of prem itself. They're all individual stages of their sports itself, like Man I just described. As prem for Sri Krishna appears in his bhaktas, the corresponding type of prem also arises in Krishna for his bhaktas. Krishna will be yayatam prapadyante tam stataiva prajamyam. Krishna will reciprocate according to his bhaktas. Vijay, what is the primary characteristic of prem? Goswami, in Madhurya Ras, the bond of emotion between the youthful couple never breaks, despite there being cause for the destruction of the relationship. That indestructible emotional bond is called prem. So that stage of prem can be sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav. They're all stages of prem. And they have all those different stages for their pastime's sake. Goswami. Oh, Vijay, how many kinds of prem are there? Goswami, there are 3 kinds, Prodha, Madhya, and Manda. Vijay, what is the nature of Prodha prem? Goswami, in Prodha prem, the heart of the beloved flounders in anxiety over the pain that her lover must be feeling when she is late for the meeting. Vijay, what is Madhya prem? Goswami, Madhya prem is that in which the beloved can tolerate the distress of the lover. Vijay, what is Manda prem? Goswami, Manda prem is prem in which forgetfulness may occur under some particular circumstance of time and place, or in which there is no sacrifice or respect, as the lovers are always extremely familiar with each other, due to being very intimate and remaining together. Although this prem is mild, Manda, there is no disrespect or neglect in it. So it's a progression. It starts with Prodha is the highest, then Madhya, then Manda. Vijay, if there are any more important points on this subject, please explain them. Goswami, Prodha, Madhya, and Manda prem can also be easily understood by one other type of characteristic. The prem in which separation is intolerable is Prodha prem. The prem in which the pain inflicted by separation is tolerable is Madhya prem. So it's a progression. And the prem in which forgetfulness may occur in certain special circumstances is called Manda prem. Vijay, I've understood prem. Now please describe sneha. So this is the first stage. Goswami, when prem attains its ultimate limit and illuminates the lamp of the chitta, mind, and melts the heart, it is called sneha. Here the word chitta denotes the attainment of the object, vishaya, of prem. The marginal characteristic of sneha is that one is never satiated, despite repeatedly looking at the object of one's affection. So Mother Yashoda, her sneha is described as being extreme. Vijay, are there any superior and inferior divisions within sneha? Goswami, yes. There are also 3 divisions in accordance with the gradations of the development of sneha. These are Uttam, Madhya, and Kanishta. In Kanishta sneha, the heart melts on touching the limbs of one's beloved. In Madhya sneha, the heart melts simply by seeing one's beloved. And in Uttam sneha, the heart melts merely by hearing anything in connection with one's dearest beloved. Beautiful progression. Vijay, how many types of sneha are there? Goswami, the natural characteristic of sneha is that it can manifest in 2 ways, Grita sneha and Madhu sneha. Vijay, what is Grita sneha? Goswami, Grita sneha is deep with a great deal of respectful affection. Grita means ghee, is not independently sweet like honey. It is only delicious when it is mixed with sugar and other ingredients. Similarly, Grita sneha is not independently sweet like Madhu sneha. It only becomes highly palatable when mixed with other bhavs, such as garba, pride, and asuya, jealousy. Grita sneha is cool in its natural state, so it becomes thick with mutual honor and deep respect. In other words, Grita sneha solidifies, whereas Srimati Radharani has the next one, the Madhu sneha. Distinction between Chandravali is this Tadyaknik mood, I am yours, whereas Radharani's mood is you are mine, mamata. The predominant mood of Grita sneha is I am his, like Chandravali. Tell me each time. It's ready. Tell me when it's I'm successful. Although drinking the nectar of your instructions, my thirst to hear is still not satiated. Now please be causelessly merciful to me by explaining about man. So tomorrow we'll discuss man. The Wi-Fi is becoming dodgy. So we'll discuss the different types of man tomorrow. So I hope everyone's able to keep up with these descriptions. We will, according to our adhikar, according to our unique dispositions, whatever is our proclivities. But all of these, hearing all of these descriptions can only inspire the heart more devotional towards the gopis of Vrindavan, which is our heart's attraction. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Jaiva Dharma ki jai, Ananta Gauta Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Gop Premanande. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Gauranande, Hari Hari Bol. Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyascha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavena Namo. Hare Krishna.